This is the oral report presentation for Psychology Assignment 2. The topic I chose is Article 1 from my written summary, which talks about leaders' personality traits and the employees' job performance in the public sector. So, why is this article most relevant to my chosen topic? I chose this article because it examines the effects of the two variables, independent variable being the big 5 personality traits, which are neuroticism, extroversion, openness to experience, consciousness and agreeableness, and the dependent variable being employee job performance, and how the variables are affected when they are both combined. This article also provides an insight on how the big 5 personality traits influences job performance of the employees. Furthermore, it also showed the effects of the big 5 personality traits on the individual's personality, as it showed how their behavior changed once it was implemented. Many studies were done on the related topic, and most of the studies suggest that the big 5 personality traits strongly influence an individual's job performance in the workplace. For example, studies that were done to examine the effects of the big 5 personality traits and employees' job performance found that good work ethics as employees' job performance increased and were more efficient, as well as increased in their communication skills when communicating with others. In addition, studies that were done to examine the effect of extroverted behavior found that leaders' ability of being outgoing and socially confident when meeting new people motivated the employees to try to become outgoing themselves and creating relationship with others. Furthermore, studies that were done to examine the effect of consciousness showed that employees became more motivated and became to strive towards their goals, such as reaching the sales quota for the month or working to get promoted in the company. Lastly, studies that were done to examine the effect of agreeableness showed that the leaders are concerned about employees' development, therefore trying to motivate them to increase in job performance. Coming back to the current study, based on my chosen article, the aim of this study is to examine the relationship between the leader's big 5 personality traits that will reflect on the employee's work performance in the workplace. Now, coming on to the hypothesis, there were 5 hypotheses identified in this study. Firstly, hypothesis 1, significant relationship between neuroticism and employee job performance in the public sector. For hypothesis 2, there was significant relationship between extroversion and employee job performance in the public sector. For hypothesis 3, significant relationship between openness to experience and employee job performance in the public sector. For hypothesis 4, significant relationship between consciousness and employee job performance in the public sector. And lastly, for hypothesis 5, significant relationship between agreeableness and employee job performance in the public sector. For the research method, the questionnaires were distributed within Putrajaya, Malaysia. Quantitative research method was used, and the respondents were only government employees. There were a total of 150 participants, 62.7% of them being females and 37.3% of them being males. The sampling method that was used was convenience sampling, and the participants were from different racial backgrounds such as Indian, Chinese, and majority of them being Malays. Next, onto the data analysis. To examine the effect of the big 5 personality traits, correlational analysis was used to analyze the 5 variables, as you can see below in the summary of correlational analysis and hypothesis testing table, that hypothesis 1 was rejected as it had no significant relationship, whereas hypothesis 2 to 5 was accepted and also had a positive significant relationship. Based on the results, Hogan and Holland stated that hypothesis 2 to 5 had the most impact and effect on the leadership traits and strongly influenced team performance. Furthermore, consciousness personality was the most predictive attribute for an individual to increase their job performance in the workplace. Finally, now to the conclusion, the hypothesis showed that the 4 variables, being extroversion, openness to experience, consciousness, and agreeableness, have significant relationship. Furthermore, in order for employees to be more efficient and effective, leader needs to build a good relationship with the employees for them to learn and become motivated. Yes, this study had some implications. Firstly, The method that was used to obtain the data could have been improved by widening the area of the survey and not only in Putrajaya. Secondly, it should have been given to both public and private sectors and not only in public sectors, as there are different cultures and working environments in each sector. Therefore, by obtaining more data, it could have helped to improve a better result in comparison. In addition, information from other levels of management should have been taken into account instead of only collecting from low and middle levels of management. This is the reference from the article that I chose. And that is the end of my oral report presentation. Thank you.